Hi, Fenville families. It's Mrs. Daru. Hey, we're back to read some more EllRay Jakes is a Rock Star. Remember when we read last night? EllRay had brought his dad's rocks, in for show and tell, and then he gave them all away. Now he's panicking because dad came home early and, oh, do you think he'll notice? I don't know. Let's read and find out. We are reading two chapters tonight, chapter 9 and chapter 10. So get your books. Chapter 9 is the chapter is called Missing, and it's on page 54. Are you ready? All right. A few minutes later, Dad comes into the dining room with a weird look on his face, just as Mom has finished passing the mac and cheese to Elfie and me. What's wrong? My mom asked, looking up. Were there any strangers in the house when I was away, Louise? He asked. His voice sounds funny, and I start to feel even more nervous. Just the electrician, Mom says. Such a nice young man. He came yesterday to give an estimate on adding that new outlet. So he went into my office? Dad said, almost to himself. Well, yes, Mom replied. He had to see where the outlet was supposed to go. Why? What's wrong? Some things are missing, Dad says quietly. My mom almost drops the salad bowl. She is so horrified. Oh, no, she says. We have robbers? Elfie squawks, her brown eyes wide. Maybe they took some of my toys. And she races out of the room to check. I'll calm her down in a minute. What's missing? Mom asked my dad. Not your big computer or printer, I hope. No, they're still there, Dad says, but some of my crystal specimens are gone. It's not that they're so valuable, but they're valuable to me. I collected each and every one of them. Whoever took them tried to cover it up, but I noticed right away. Naturally, trust Eagle Eye Dr. Warren Jakes not to miss anything. Eagles have to have really good eyes to spot their prey. I just can't believe it, Mom said, as the salad bowl drops in her hands. Why, we've used the Bright Ideas Electric Company ever since we moved to Oak Glen. The young man confided to me that it was his first job, too. And it'll be his last if I have anything to say about it, Dad said, scowling. We're going to have to go through the entire house after dinner, Louise, to see if anything else is missing, before we call the police and fill out the report. Oh, no, my mom says, sinking into her chair. I can't believe that nice young man did such a thing. Maybe this was a one-time mistake, Warren. Can't we simply call the man's boss and ask that he give the crystals back and anything else he may have taken? We'll do that as well, Dad said, sounding stern. But Oak Glen doesn't need people waltzing into other people's houses and helping themselves to whatever they like. I'm calling the company and the police, he says again. I feel like I'm frozen in my chair as I imagine that I am the electrician who walked into my dad's office yesterday, just trying to do his job. And here's what he could be thinking pretty soon. One, I studied really hard at electrician school and I made it through all the quizzes and tests, even though I got electric shocks, and not the fun kind. I also had to crawl into spider webby tunnels and other scary stuff like that. Two, but I finally graduated and was lucky enough to get a good job. And then I went to some nice lady's house to give her an estimate for putting in a new outlet in her husband's office. Three, I liked the lady so much that I even told her it was my first job. Four, then I got blamed for stealing, even though I never took a thing. And I got fired. Five, the end of everything. I cannot let that happen. Wait, I said to my mom and dad. Don't call the man's boss. Don't call the police. There's something I have to tell you. Do you think EllRay's doing the right thing? Should he tell? You know what? I'm kind of proud of EllRay right now because he knows he made a big mistake, but he's owning up to it. Do you think Dad will be mad at him? Let's find out. Chapter 10, the ultimatum. Do you know what an ultimatum is? An ultimatum is when you get two choices about something and neither one of them are very good choices. Let's find out what happens. Well, what did you think was going to happen when I noticed the crystals were gone? My dad asked after dinner when we were alone in his office. I try not to squirm in my chair, but the tiny bit of macaroni and cheese and salad I was able to eat isn't helping any. It is sitting in my stomach like a softball waiting to be pitched. I didn't get that far, I finally tell my dad. I guess I just got carried away with being popular for a change. We all want somebody to like us, don't we? Popular, Dad scoffs. He shakes his head in wonder, probably at how dumb the words sound when I say it. And that makes me mad, because what kid doesn't want to be popular? Not popular like a TV or rap star, but like a person who other kids admire at least. So I start talking before I lose my nerve. You're always saying I should make more friends at Oak Glen, I remind him. So I just figured, you just figured you'd help yourself to a few of my personal possessions? Dad interrupts, scowling. That's stealing, EllRay. Stealing? No, it isn't, I say, my heart thunking so hard in my chest that it's probably bumping into macaroni, cheese, and salad. It's not stealing when you borrow something from your own family, Dad, I tell him, hoping it's officially true. Do you think EllRay was stealing? Or do you think he was borrowing? He might have started out just thinking, oh, I'm going to borrow these and bring them right back. But things got carried away, didn't they? It's not borrowing when you take something that isn't yours and then give it away, Dad informs me. And why is it okay to steal from your family member, son? He asks. Should you treat someone in your family worse than you would a stranger? I didn't mean to give the crystals away, I mumble. And I wasn't supposed to find out, Dad says, like he's finishing my sentence for me. Don't you hate that when adults do that? I almost hate my dad right now because he's making me feel so guilty. He's probably sorry I'm his son. There are lots of aquamarine and topazes in the world, I point out, trying another argument. Do you think that'll work? Not ones that I collected when I was in graduate school, Dad snaps. Not ones I dug out of the earth with my bare hands. I want those crystals back, son. Now, obviously, I am my dad's son, but when he calls me son like that, it usually means trouble. Not always, but usually. I know, I tell him, just for something to say. So here's what I'll do, Dad continues. I'll either call Mrs. Sanchez at home tonight and tell her what happened so that she can make an announcement in class tomorrow morning asking for the prompt return of all 6 crystals, or I can come to school with you and make the announcement myself. Would you want your dad to come to school with you? Not me. You can't do that, I say, my heart pounding, because how could I ever live it down? The 2 friends I have, Kevin and Corey, might never want to talk to me again. I'd look so bad and so not honest. I most certainly can, my dad assures me. But I take it you choose option number 1. I'll call Miss Sanchez this very minute. And he reaches for his cell phone. Okay, most parents don't have most teachers' home phone numbers, but it's different in Oak Glen, especially when a kid's behavior needs improvement, which is why Miss Sanchez wrote on one of my progress reports a few weeks ago. Ever since then, it's been communication city around here. Don't call her, I say, jumping to my feet. Let me get the crystals back, Dad. It's my mess, and I should be the one to fix it. I add, knowing suddenly that this is the argument that might actually work for him. EllRay's taking responsibilities for his actions. Don't adults tell you that if you are honest about what you did wrong, what mistake you made, the punishment will be less? Dad leans back in the swivel chair until it creaks, and he slowly puts down his cell phone on the desk. Do you think you can do that? He asked. Yes, I say, even though in real life, there's no way I can succeed. But at least it will postpone what is sure to be the most embarrassing moment in my life in 8 whole years. Fine then, Dad said, but here's my ultimatum. Do you know what an ultimatum is? There's that word again, he asked. Not exactly, I admit. It's when a person says for the final time that you have to do something or some consequences will happen, my dad explains. So listen up. You'll ask for the crystals back tomorrow, Wednesday. But if those crystals aren't in my possession by Thursday evening, I'm marching into your classroom first thing Friday morning and I'm laying down the law. Yikes. But Friday's Valentine's Day, and that's practically a national patriotic holiday, I remind him, hoping this might buy me another day or two, because I do not have a plan for getting back those 6 crystals. Do I look like I care? Dad asked, obviously not expecting me to answer. I feel certain Miss Sanchez will back me up on this, he says, softening his tone and his voice a little. I'll get the crystals back, I say, sounding a lot more sure of myself than I'm really feeling. By Thursday afternoon, or I'm coming in on Friday, Dad reminds me. All right, I agree in a shaky voice, even though Friday is a very important holiday. Valentine's Day, my dad says, scoffing once more. He better not let Elfie or my romantic mom hear him say it like that. But I keep that last thought to myself. Uh-oh. How's Elfie going to get all of those crystals back? He doesn't even have a plan. Do you have any ideas? We'll have to find out tomorrow. Good luck on your trivia. Thanks for watching. Bye.